You've worked in corporate America, you've worked on political campaigns, you've worked in academia. What have you found across all these different experiences makes a really great leader?
It's no shock that when executives come back for executive education and executive MBAs to an MBA program or a business school, one of the things they most want to learn about is leadership. Because it's one of the hardest things to figure out, I think, that's out there. A lot of the other stuff, even some of the stuff that I'll claim is more nuanced and challenging in the strategy space, is relatively straightforward when it comes, but compared to thinking about what makes somebody to be a good leader. In the end, I think that what really drives the ability to be a leader is there's two major pieces to it in my mind. One is being honest with yourself, right? So I think anybody who tries to put on a certain facade that they think is what makes a good leader, people see through it. Maybe they don't see through it the first time that they meet you, maybe or the first time they see you on TV or give a speech or something like that. But if we're thinking about real leadership, the ability to communicate with somebody, motivate somebody, keep somebody engaged, keep people engaged and supporting whatever it is that you want them to do, if we're thinking about that kind of leadership, if you aren't completely honest with yourself about who you are, the style that you have, the things that motivate you, the passions that you have, then there's no way that you can really be effective as a leader. So I think a lot of it first comes from self-reflection and really saying, people can only really be a leader if they're passionate about what they're leading towards or leading for. And if they're not honestly, truly engaged in that and doing it in a way that makes them comfortable and makes them happy, people are going to figure it out, and you're going to come across as fake in some way, shape, or form at some point. And then I think it's about the ability to communicate. I think if people can't see the vision that you have, if they can't figure out how they fit into that vision and figure out what it is that you want from them on a regular basis, they're going to feel separated from you. Because when you think about a leader, it's somebody who motivates you, but also makes you feel like you're part of whatever it is that they're leading. And if there's this communication barrier where they can't really either really understand you or really don't feel like they can connect with you in some way, then they're just not going to get that vibe in a real way. And what this means is that to some extent anybody can be a leader if they're in the right environment, because anybody who can find the people who communicate the way that they can communicate, who can be passionate and honest about what it is that they're interested in, can be a leader in that kind of a domain. And on the flip side, someone who's a great leader in one context, in one environment, if you take them and put them in a very different space, may be totally ineffectual as a leader. And so to me, these are the two main pieces that would define the ability to be a good leader, this kind of self-reflection and self-honesty, and the ability to communicate that passion externally in a way that gets through to people.